take the next step and level up to the NFL. We're going to introduce you to some of these guys, and I could not be more excited to welcome our next guest. He is an LSU alum, one of the top-ranked pass rushers in this year's NFL draft. He finished his LSU career with 16.5 sacks and on some really prolific quarterbacks to end this past season. He was named first team All-SEC. Please welcome LSU defensive end BJ OJULARI.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great. Not as good as you, though. What are your days like right now leading up to this draft? Is it stressful? Are you trying to keep it calm?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it calm. Meetings. Gonna have some top 30 visits coming up pretty soon. And just, trying to stay in shape, getting ready for rookie minicamp.
I love that, but you still have time to somehow watch and cheer on your Tigers, because big night last night. Congrats to the LSU women's basketball team. They win their first national championship. You were tweeting about it. How proud are you of these women?
I'm so proud, especially, all they had to overcome this year, all the stigmas, early on. But I think they did a great job. They went to the tournament with a chip on their shoulder, and they definitely prevailed. So it's a great win for LSU. Great head coach and Kim Mulkey. And, we're just excited down here in Baton Rouge just to celebrate them.
Yeah, we all love it. We're wishing them luck. We've got the rest of the Final Four. The men are up tonight between SDSU and UConn. We'll see how that plays out. But we want to talk about you, BJ. You had your pro day at LSU. I know that you've been dealing with a bit of a hamstring injury. You've been very open and candid about it. Tell everyone how you are feeling and how you feel you performed last week.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling 100%, but I just still wanted to go out there, show the scouts that I'm still explosive and, that I wanted to be out there. I tried to do some drills, tried to do the L drill, didn't feel the best, so, I just cut it short right there. But I think my tape speaks for itself, my explosive ability and playmaking ability as well.
Now, before last season, you made a switch in your jersey number, which I have to ask you about. What is the significance of number 18? What did it mean to you that you were awarded that number?
Yeah, being number 18, it really means a lot to me. It means the world to me, really, and my legacy. My biggest thing is leaving a legacy behind that, for years to come, they're going to remember my name. So being number 18 is just a testament to the player's character, how they carry themselves on and off the field, and just the way that they handle their academics and everything that they do on a leadership standpoint. So it was definitely a great opportunity to wear number 18 and represent the state of Louisiana and all the number 18s that came before me.
It's so well said, and congratulations on that. We cannot wait to have you in the NFL, unless you're, of course, a quarterback in the NFL, and then, whoops, sucks to be you. Listen, we have a friend over at PFF. They do all the analytics, all the numbers. His name's Mike Renner, and he runs things over there, and a lot of GMs, a lot of scouting programs look at this stuff. He claims that you have the deepest bag of pass rush moves in this draft. How deep is that bag?
I think the bag is real deep. Just being able to learn from the best, playing with the best, going against the best in the SEC. So the bag is real deep. I have a lot of moves for different type of tackles. And, that's what it is. It's just a mind game on that field, a game within a game.
Now, I had Dwight Freeney on. He's probably going to the Hall of Fame. We had him on the show a couple weeks ago. He's got that spin move. That has patented stuff. What is your patented move?
I'll say I'll set my ghost rush up with a long arm. So I'm going to hit that long arm with you, and then when I feel like it's time to use it,
Show me,
I'm going to
BJ.
stick it out there.
Show me a little bit. Teach me.
So once I'm going, I'm going to stab you and keep stabbing you for a couple rushes. And then when I stab you and you shoot your hands, I'm going to take it away and dip under you.
Oh, sorry, quarterbacks. And listen, I know Bryce Young. I know Anthony Richardson, they've gotten that smoked, but we'll get to that in a minute. But listen, beyond your versatility with your moves off the edge, you can slide inside on passing downs, too, and make guards look so stupid.
Yeah, I like just showing my versatility. Coach House does a great job mixing it up, putting us in the best position to win our one-on-one matchup. So I definitely like sliding inside and, creating something new inside and, using my speed against one of a heavier guard or slower guard.
I'm just not sure there's anything that you can't do up front. And I think it's important to say that. So I want everybody watching this to know that in drafting you, they're getting a complete player, a total complete player. Is there a position or is there a strength that you want everybody to know about out there watching?
Yeah, I just want everybody to know that my playmaking ability, of course, everyone knows I can pass rush, but I can definitely create plays behind the line of scrimmage, get TFLs in the run, and, just set us up, for third down and long. So I just want everybody to know that I can also play the run, set hard, strong edges, and get after it.
Now, you led the entire SEC. That is not easy. You led the entire SEC in quarterback hits last season. You faced 3 of the top quarterbacks in this year's NFL draft, my friend, Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, and Will Levis. And you've hit them all. You've got your hands and paws all over them. So let's have some fun with this. I'm going to ask you some questions. I want you to tell me the answer is Young, Richardson, or Levis. Who was the most satisfying to get a hit on?
To get a hit on, definitely Bryce Young, Heisman winner. So that was definitely most satisfying. Is
it because he's a Heisman winner or why? He's slippery.
Yeah, he's slippery. One, he's slippery. He's hard to sack. He's the Heisman winner, and it's just Bryce Young, and he plays for Alabama. So. Oh,
just a little of that. I like that answer. Which of these 3 are you most excited to play against in the NFL?
Against, definitely, probably Anthony Richardson. I just want to see, his athletic ability flourish. Obviously not against the team I'm on, but I just want to see, all the great things that he can do, not just as an athlete, but as a quarterback.
Which quarterback would you most like to play with in the NFL?
Play with, that can go for all 3, really. I think all 3 are great quarterbacks. They did some amazing things against us, and they're all great and different in their own way.
BJ, you would play with Bryce Young?
Yeah, I'll play with Bryce Young.
Who's the quarterback who chirps the most? These quarterbacks in the NFL always talking. When you get your hands on these guys, and you've sacked all of them in your college career, who talks the most?
Who talks the most? I want to say they really don't, talk too much. They let their game talk. They're always talking to their offense or something like that. When I remember playing all 3 of them, they really didn't say a word.
So we were watching this in our 5:30 a.m. meeting. I told you this in the commercial. It's a bunch, I haven't had my coffee yet, I'm whatever, and we roll the highlight of the last play of the half against Florida this year. Anthony Richardson, who just set a combine record for speed at the quarterback position, Mr. 4.4 speed, fastest combine. He, rolls out, it's a Hail Mary situation, and you are in step with him at your size. Can you take him if it came down to it in a race? You think you could beat him?
Can I take him in a race?
Yeah. Would you beat Anthony Richardson?
I think I can. When you're racing somebody, you got to hear a different gear, especially when you're chasing somebody. So I remember the play you're talking about. So when you see a quarterback and you're chasing them, I don't know what it is, but you're gonna hit another gear and go just a little faster.
You have this next level speed. I mean, you closed in on him. You forced him to chuck the ball out of bounds. It was unbelievable. Now you have a bit of a legacy thing going on here because your brother Aziz, he was a standout linebacker, Georgia Bulldogs. He was drafted by the Giants in 2021. He is an absolute stud. What made you decide to choose LSU over following in your big bro's footsteps to Georgia?
Yeah, LSU, it really just felt like the place I needed to be. I took a visit. It felt like home. The way they recruited me, they nonstop recruitment. And I just felt like going to LSU was the right decision, and I can accomplish all my goals at LSU. And really, the culture, the city that I've been introduced to of Baton Rouge, it's only been great to me. So, yeah. Especially being able to wear number 18 and continue my legacy at LSU, I definitely think I made the right decision and the best choice.
BJ, was your brother mad?
Nah, he wasn't mad. He wanted me to come to Georgia, but he wasn't mad. He definitely supported me. He was the one who even encouraged me, to check everybody out, look at other schools as well. But even though he still wanted me to play for Georgia. Well,
now he's going to champion you and going to the NFL, where he's a stud, by the way. He set the Giants record for sacks by a rookie with 8. In 2021, right. Super impressive, and we're big fans of him on the show. What have you been able to learn from your brother about this time right now that you're going through, the draft process? Any pointers he's given you?
Yeah, he wasn't able to go to the combine because of COVID, but pointers, interviews, just knowing what to expect, being able to cherish this moment, once in a lifetime opportunity as well, and just take as much knowledge as I can from each interview and this whole process. Going forward, before, I get drafted and hit the team, but definitely enjoy the moment.
Now, BJ, I know he didn't make you go, he let you go to LSU, he wasn't mad at you, but he's on the Giants, and then I'm looking at your Twitter this morning, and your header is Lawrence Taylor. So, New York Giant legend. I had told you I had Dwight Freeney on. Dwight Freeney said that that's who he would want to give him his speech and induct him into the Hall of Fame. Are you trying to manifest yourself to the Giants?
You know, I'm just blessed to go wherever I go. I really didn't even think about that. You know, Lawrence Taylor, he was one of the best pass rushers, so I've been putting him up there on my Twitter bar right there. But you know, it wouldn't be bad to go reunite with my brother.
Do you guys talk about it? Do you think about it? You don't have to play with each other to start your career. Look at the McCourties. They spent years and years apart. Then they ended up winning a Super Bowl together. You know, you have the Watts. Do you guys have that in your head? Are you manifesting eventually playing with your brother?
That's the thing. Not really. Everything with us is competition. We manifest, you know, being better than each other. That's I can't I don't really manifest. You know, if it happens, then that's you know, change the mindset. But everything that we do is competition. I manifest getting more sacks than him, and I'm pretty sure he manifests trying to be better than me. So
I like this. I like this. Who's better?
I'm better.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that. Aziz and PJ coming to an NFL rivalry near you. Now, I'm told that I'm speaking to royalty right now. What can you tell us about your famous grandfather who is so impressive?
His name is Twin77. He's a great artist, very known musician, very just high status man, very respected back in Nigeria as well. But, you know, he's a prince. It's just a symbol of, you know, status, of, you know, how much respect that they have for him. But just being able to come from his bloodline and have his legacy is a big part of our pride. And, you know, why we go so hard to push our last name and, you know, create our own legacy.
BJ, his artwork was featured in the National Museum of African American Art at the Smithsonian. That is unbelievable. Tell me this. If there was one play from your career so far that you would frame and put up in the Smithsonian, what play is it?
One play, I'll say when I made a strip sack for Auburn during the Auburn game for a scoop and score touchdown. I'll probably put that one in the Smithsonian right there.
All right, and we'll leave plenty of room in that hall at the Smithsonian for your NFL plays. BJ OJULARI, we are so happy to know you, to meet you. And good luck, quarterbacks. Like, good luck. Just good luck. He's going to chase you down. He's going to ruin your day.
All right. I appreciate you guys for having me.
I appreciate you, too. We'll see you on the Giants, kid. All right. I am now joined by one of the top DBs in this entire 2023 NFL draft class, an All-American national champion out of the University of Alabama. Brian Branch, how are you?
I'm good, doing good.
You got a good smile. You ready for this draft to happen, I imagine?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
It's been long overdue.
All these draft prospects keep calling me ma'am. I can't handle it. Okay. Before we get into football, before we get into how you're feeling and the vibes, there is something that I want to ask you, because a few months ago, my friend, you tweeted, "The Great War on Game of Thrones was legendary." So I got to dig into this because all of my producers on my show are obsessed with Game of Thrones still, and they're the only people talking about it in 2023 because everybody's moved on. And so your next answer to this question is going to tell me a lot about you. Who's your favorite Game of Thrones character and why?
It's between Jon. At first, I didn't like Jon Snow, but I didn't like what he did at the end, how he killed Daenerys, and I didn't like that. But overall, I say Jon Snow.
What was he supposed to do? Let her eat up the world?
They both could have ruled the world together, and like he could have stopped her by if he would have came king, he could have stopped her, but he didn't have to kill her.
Yeah, you're ready to take over the world like Jon Snow should have in Game of Thrones instead of killing Daenerys. But you were graded by PFF, and NFL people, I don't know if you know this, they love PFF. We love grades. We love numbers. I know you probably don't, but they rated you the best tackler in all of college football last year, racking up 90 tackles on the season. You can do it all. But is there a spot that you'd prefer to play in at the next level? Safety, nickel, hybrid?
There's not really a spot like I prefer. Like I feel like I'm comfortable with being a nickel or being a safety, because I've been playing it all my life, and just really anywhere they need me to play, I can play.
It's well said. You know, I mentioned Minka. What are your thoughts on him?
The GOAT.
Really?
Yes, man. I've been looking up to him since I was in high school and he was back in college.
What do you like about him?
Just the way he got a nose for the football. I feel like he's everywhere. He can cover. He's one of those do-it-all safeties. He can cover, fit the run, blitz, play in the deep part of the field, and just I think that's what you look in for a safety. So
Now, I'm so glad that we're having this conversation about our friend Minka, because we saw Minka have that. Well, he started his career in the NFL in that hybrid role that you're talking about, saying, I'm so versatile, I can do it all. And that was with the Dolphins. But he really decided at one point, I want to focus on one thing. I want to focus on safety. Then he gets the trade that he wants and the role that he wants in Pittsburgh. And he turns into an all-pro just like that. So situation, the way you're utilized in a defense really matters. So with Minka and with you, I got to tell you, there's a lot of mock drafts out there connecting you with the Steelers in the first round. How does it make you feel?
it feels good. I mean, if that's where I land, to just be able to share the field with Minka, I can learn a lot of stuff from him. He's like I said, he's a GOAT, and I feel like he'll make my game, go make me be the best version of me, and just being able to share that field with him, that would be fun.
Have you ever talked to him at all?
Nah,
How can that be? That's crazy. I know you guys didn't play in Bama together, but he's a legend. You're a legend. Like, that's crazy. You've never talked to him.
yeah, I never talked to him.
Maybe you're lying to me and you're really going to the Steelers in the first round after these. Tell me this. I don't want to know what your favorite meeting was, but I do want to know what has been your favorite part of the draft process.
Honestly, just going to these different places. A lot of these places I ain't never been. Like for instance, like New York. I ain't never been to New York, and just seeing like the great scenery it has to offer. I feel like it's a good experience just to go to these places. So
What did you think of New York?
I like New York.
Yeah, I bet. And I'm sure they love you up there, but you're going to the Steelers. We all know that now. No, I'm kidding. Okay, let me ask you a couple questions. I mean, you have to sit down in these meetings. It's got to be nerve-wracking. They're asking you all sorts of crazy questions. My question is, just looking back at your career at Bama, you practiced against literally some of the best at your time in college. What was a tougher job for you, trying to pick off Bryce Young or trying to tackle Najee?
Ooh, both of them are tough, but I'll say try to pick up Bryce.
Why?
Bryce is just the way how because for instance, he may look you some way and throw it completely different, and like that's an elite quarterback. He probably one of the best since I've been at Bama that I played against, and he just made me so much better over the times, over the years, and he's one of a kind. I feel like there's nobody like him.
Should he be number 1 overall?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. There's that ma'am again. If Najee's outspoken. So I feel like if he heard you pick Bryce Young over him, he would not like that.
not Najee a dog too. Don't get me wrong. It's hard to talk to him.
Where does Najee play?
Steelers.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Before we let you go, this has been so great. So great to get to know you. Brian Branch, coming to an NFL team near you. We're going to ask you some questions, rapid fire style, just to get to know you so these NFL fans can get ready and these offensive players know what they're going up against. But let's ask you some fun questions here. What is the favorite pair of sneakers that you own?
Favorite pair is my Jordan 11, my Bread 11s.
We love the 11s. That
The
class,
OG.
beautiful. Best player you faced in college? Best.
I'll say, like from Bama too.
Sure.
Best player I faced was probably Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle, we'd love to see that, a Miami boy now doing the dance. They're not going to allow that in the NFL if you face him. Favorite Nick Saban saying?
Get your head out of your ass.
Is that how he says it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. Favorite NBA player?
LeBron James.
Ooh, Favorite NFL player of all time?
I would have to say Troy Polamalu.
Why? Oh my gosh, another
Like
Steeler.
I said, he's one of those instinctive players, and just the way he has a nose for the ball, like he flies around, he's everywhere, and that's the play you want.
Do you have a nose for the ball? You keep saying that. You said it about Minka. You're saying it about Polamalu.
Yes, ma'am. I feel like I have a nose for the ball.
It's it's like instinctive, is what you're saying, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Gosh. Stop calling
it's a habit.
Brian.
It's a habit. It's a habit.
It's a habit. You're like, I'm well mannered. It's okay. Favorite superhero?
Superhero, I had to say, either. Can I give you two?
Yeah.
Either Superman or the Flash.
Or who?
The Flash.
The Flash. That's kind of old school. Is the Flash cool right now? Really?
I mean, to me it is. I watched like the episode, the season on Netflix. Like all the shows.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that was a thing on Netflix. I'm learning so much. I'm learning about, what is it, Snowfall and Flash. I got a list of things. I got homework. Next time I see you, before you get your Defensive Rookie of the Year award, I will watch both of those things. Last one, the NFL quarterback. Let's manifest this thing. The NFL quarterback that you cannot wait to pick off. Mahomes. Good luck. Good luck, but I appreciate that you want to take down the two-time Super Bowl champion. Listen, we are so excited for you. We are rooting for you. We can't wait for the draft. Remember, where you go, how you're utilized, you can't control that, but you can control the kind of guy you are, the kind of guy who shows up, and you got it. You got a nose for the ball. You're versatile. You got that Minka, Polamalu, Tyrann Mathieu thing going on, and we love you here at F and M's.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Brian Branch. We appreciate you. Good luck. Our next guest, an Oklahoma wide receiver, a previous Mr. Texas football, and a future NFL star in the making, Marvin Mims Jr. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm so great. It's so nice to meet you. Welcome. I'm very excited to welcome you to the NFL. But before we get really going here, I want you to tell me about this insane senior year in high school that you had. 117 receptions. This is 2,696 receiving yards and 32 receiving touchdowns. That is insane. The yards is a national high school record, I think, right? So what?
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. I mean, it's just how the season went. But played 14 games. Just had ridiculous numbers and ended up breaking a national record. Had a career record for career receiving yards in Texas. So just kind of crazy. Even looking back on it, thinking about it. It's been 3 years since then, but people still talk about it all the time. So it's just kind of crazy to even still think about.
My producer wrote in there, Marvin Hymns, more like Marvin Hymns, because those numbers are so insane, and it's true. And then you go to Oklahoma. Your time there, let's just be honest, it was not easy. You had adversity there to overcome. You had 3 different quarterbacks. You had 2 different offensive coordinators, 3 new wide receiver coaches, and a new head coach. So what did you learn about yourself going through all of those changes?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy, but just kind of knowing who I am, what I could bring to the table on a team, whether that's leadership, just being a good teammate. It's kind of hard, especially adjusting from quarterback to quarterback. And then this past year, adjusting to a new head coach, a new offense. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. But just kind of staying true to myself and just kind of believing the process and knowing that I'm where I am for a reason.
Well, we love that. I think a lot of NFL coaches and GMs are looking for that sort of attitude when it comes to things, with lots of changes that happen in the NFL day in, day out. I can't believe it, we're 8 days. We're 8 days away from the start of the NFL draft. You had an awesome performance at the Combine and at OU's Pro Day, like incredible. How are you feeling right now? Are there nerves? This has to be something you've thought about your entire life. The Combine's nerve-wracking, all the rumors about everything. How are you handling it?
Yeah, I'd say after Pro Day, there's a big feeling of relief just because you're done with everything you can possibly do as far as performance-based. And then this past couple of weeks have been cool too. And then now we're getting to it where it's 1 week away, 2 weeks away, honestly, is when I start feeling it, just getting nervous for the draft, seeing where you're going to end up, seeing where you're going to be for the next probably 4 years of your life. So it's just a lot of anxiousness, a lot of nervousness right now, but I'm feeling really excited. I'm feeling good about it.
There's always a question when talking about and reading about draft prospects and all of that. Is he ready? Is he NFL ready? We want a day one guy. We have a window. We want to win. We want to win with this rookie, this final piece. When we talk about prospects and all that, like, you don't really belong in that conversation. You've made the case for yourself. You averaged more yards per catch than any Oklahoma receiver over the past 25 years. NFL fans watching, that includes CeeDee Lamb, that includes Hollywood Brown. Tell viewers and NFL fans how ready you are.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm ready. You know, played 3 years of college ever since my freshman year, played significant snaps, broke a freshman touchdown record at OU, which is a big thing, you know, especially being that young and being there. But, you know, just going through it, I mean, it is difficult. You know, 3 different coaches, 2 different OCs. I mean, 3 different quarterbacks, 2 different OCs. And, you know, just seeing, like, different people just believe in me. You know, it gives me a bunch of confidence having 3 quarterbacks knowing they can trust me with the ball, having 2 different OCs knowing they can trust to draw me up plays. I mean, it's just a huge confidence boost for me, and I was just able to carry that out throughout the 3 years I was there.
God, you're giving perfect answers. Now, CD, I mentioned him, and speaking of him, I mean, lining up in the Dallas blue and white, your home state. I'm hearing a little of that draw when you're talking. Home state of Texas. That wouldn't be too bad, huh?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, you know, just being able to play for the Cowboys. I mean, I've grown up in Frisco, Texas my whole life, and their practice facilities out here, played there in high school. So it'd be pretty sweet, you know, especially teaming up with him. Never got to really play with him at OU. I came a year after he left, so that'd be pretty cool.
How was your official visit with them? Because you did have one.
It was really cool. Just being there. I kind of been there through high school, just playing there and stuff like that. But to see like the whole business side of it, you know, the Cowboys part of it, and also just being able to talk to Mr. Jerry Jones and the whole staff. I mean, it was honestly unbelievable.
You talked to Jerry Jones on this visit. Tell me about that?
It was kind of like a huge like fanboy moment for me. I mean, being a kid growing up in Dallas, seeing Jerry Jones and being able to shake his hand, talk to him. I mean, it was really an unbelievable moment.
What did he say?
He was just talking about, you know, how impressed he is about my film, how much he loves Oklahoma and football, and his relationship with Coach Barry Switzer, and just different stuff about my game. Talked a little bit about high school, played his grandson in high school. So he's seen me play in person 2 times, I believe. So it was just pretty cool just to be able to talk to him. I think we're 2-1 against him. I lost my junior year and then beat him both times my senior year.
Attaboy. Is that a puppy I hear? What is that?
Yeah, it's my dog.
Can we meet the dog?
Yeah, if he comes here. Come here.
Come here.
I'm trying to, he's kind of big.
Marvin Mims Jr.
Oh, here he is.
Oh my gosh, who is this?
This is Goofy. I got him from a shelter, and this is his name, so I just kind of kept his name with it. This is Goofy.
A responsible dog owner. He's ready to go to the NFL. He knows how to deal with adversity. Ooh, you're also a bit of a hooper back in the day. We found the cutest little picture of you, Marvin. Yeah. This is adorable.
Yeah, it's I believe that's in maybe middle school. But yeah, I used to travel all around, play basketball. So I used to love playing basketball.
Are you watching the playoffs at all?
Just a little bit. I'm a Mavericks fan, so
oh yeah,
not really want to watch the playoffs too much. But I'll definitely tune into some games. You know, I like some of the series matchups, so I'll tune into some of them.
Who do you think wins it all?
Honestly, I don't know. I want to say the Bucks. If I could pick one team.
All right, we got to get Giannis healthy and back, but that would be amazing to see. Yeah, I'm being a Mavs fan. You got to just throw in with somebody else. When you see, like, you know, we were talking about CeeDee Lamb, just joking about playing with him, but when you see how successful he's been, what a star, or Hollywood Brown, same thing, how does that affect you? Like, does it give you confidence going into draft night? Is that something that you look at and sort of are inspired by?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially my freshman year, just having the same coaching staff setup they had, and, you know, CD just leaving his rookie season, just seeing the success he had, and us running the same offense, kind of running a little bit of the same position, same thing. So just seeing how that translated to the NFL for him. I mean, it was a really, really cool thing to be able to look at the past 3 years, just all the film they have at Oklahoma. Yeah,
Goofy wants to talk. Goofy's back there living his best life. You played with the potential 2024 #1 overall pick. You played with Caleb Williams your sophomore year. What makes him special?
Yeah, I mean, Caleb's a do-it-all type of guy. I mean, one of the most athletic quarterbacks I've ever seen. A guy who's going to take it by the head and just run with it. I mean, just a playmaker, whether that's throwing the ball, running the ball. I mean, he's a great leader, a great guy to be around. I mean, definitely one of my favorite teammates I've had. Just a cool guy, fun to be around, doesn't get arrogant. I mean, just 100% a team guy. And he's just real, like, just down to earth. I mean, just a cool guy to talk to all the time.
You've played with a lot of quarterbacks. What sort of separates him?
I'd say his playmaking ability. I mean, dude, he honestly doesn't get phased by the moment. I mean, since being his freshman year, coming in that OU Texas game, I mean, that's probably always the biggest game of the season, just atmosphere-wise, and him being able to come in there and just kind of, in the middle of the game, just kind of take it over. I mean, that's something that not many people can do, and he definitely went in there and did it.
And with the next pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Marvin Mims Jr. Wherever you go, I know you'll make an impact. You have it all. You have it off the field, on the field, and you're bringing Goofy to the equation. We appreciate you. We are wishing you luck. I know it's sort of crazy and an insane next 8 days. Try to enjoy every moment, Marvin, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, we're going to get to know you a little bit better and let all the NFL fans get to know you a little better. And we're going to give a minute on the clock, and I'm going to ask through and bang through as many questions as possible, okay? You ready?
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, who would you love? If you could pick anybody to headline Coachella, who would you pick?
Say it again.
If you could pick anybody to headline Coachella, which musical act would you pick?
What is that?
It's like a big music festival. I love that you don't know what it is because you're the best. I'm immediately a fan of you. Like,
Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates. Okay, great. The dream car that you want to own someday.
A Bugatti.
A Bugatti. Okay. Best preparation for eating strawberries, or best way to eat strawberries.
Best way to eat strawberries is with cheesecake.
With cheesecake, and you're a man after my own heart here. Is there a TV show or a show that you're streaming right now that you love?
Sanford and Son. It's like so old.
You're watching. Wait, hold on. Stop the clock. You're just casually watching episodes that you're binge watching Sanford and Sons. What?
Yes, that's all I do. Like Sanford and Son and Martin. That's all I watch.
Martin. I mean, damn, Gina is one of my favorite shows ever. But you're too young for this, but it would be on. And then the second half hour was Living Single with Queen Latifah. And it was amazing. It was like the best hour of TV back in the 90s, back in the day. Okay, Sanford and Sons. I love that. Best food spot in New Orleans. Let's say I'm there for 1 hour. Where am I going?
1 hour. That's a good question. Oh, New Orleans Food and Spirit.
New Orleans Food and Spirit. I'm going to write that down here. Favorite NFL player of all time.
Favorite NFL player of all time. I really like Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders. Tasha, I'm beeping. We got to go. You're going too slow. Let's do this. All right. Favorite video game.
Favorite video game, GTA.
Best Tulane football player ever.
Best Tulane football player ever, Matt Forte. Class Saturday Spirit.
Hey, come on. Favorite comedian. Favorite comedian? I know.
Oh man, that's a hard one.
Chris
Chris
Rock?
Oh, Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac. Oh, rest in peace, Bernie Mac. We love you. You have an old soul. My goodness. And your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero. Dang, I don't get into superheroes, but I like the Hulk. Is he a good one?
The Hulk? I think so. What are you into outside of Sanford and Sons then? You don't like Coachella. You don't like what are you into?
Do you watch Power?
I watch, but now isn't Power like a bunch of different things with Ghost and like all those different, but Power was like the OG one, right?
Like that's what I'm watching right now. I'm watching like what it is, like Ghost Book 3. That's what I'm watching right now.
Like that one. There's too many of them for me, I think. Power. Who's the original cast? Is Power
you gotta binge watch that.
I gotta binge watch Power. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I thought, what did I think? What? Yeah, I had the wrong show in mind.
Okay,
I met Omari though.
What show?
I met Omari Hardwick is amazing. Yeah, he's amazing. I interviewed him once. He's great. I'm a big fan.
All right, so what's your favorite show before we leave?
Oh my gosh. Right now, it's this song called, or this show called Succession, and it's kind of like Power, and it's kind of like Billions, and it's on HBO, but it's a lot. It's too many. You're too focused on ball right now, but maybe next offseason, after you've won Offensive Rookie of the Year, you can catch up on it. How does that feel?
CK, I like you. I like you a lot.
I like you, Taji. All right, we will see you at the draft. I'm telling you, first 3 rounds, Matt Forte. I love Matt Forte. I grew up watching it. I grew up watching those 1,000-yard seasons. You're the best player out of Tulane coming to an NFL team near you. You're not up in Buffalo. The draft is like 24 hours away, Vaughn. Where aren't you supposed to be shadowing Brandon Beane as left-hand man?
Yeah, I mean, that's a priority, but I think my rehab and getting right and making sure I'm able to play, when the season starts is more of a priority. So I'm kind of, juggling both. But if I got to pick between, sitting in the war room looking at draft picks or rehabbing my knee, I'm sure Brandon will want me, here rehabbing my knee as well.
And we love to hear that. But I heard that you were sizing up some of the guys not too long ago. I know, and we saw, and you were spotted at the combine this year. So what's the biggest thing that you learned from that experience?
I learned a lot. I learned so much. It's not being a great GM. It's not just about drafting, great players. You got to be a leader of men. You got to be able to really communicate throughout the whole organization, from the janitors all the way up to, the owner of the team. So to see the way Brandon Beane does it and to see the way other GMs do it, it was definitely a great experience to get their perspectives and to see it from that point of view.
Are you getting in his ear about DeAndre Hopkins, or?
The thing about Brandon Beane, I don't have to really get on his ear about anything. He's so in tune with the streets. He's so in tune with the free agents and what's going on in the draft pick. By the time I go and I talk to him about a player, he already talked to him and they already start working on stuff. So it's good to, just to be around somebody that speaks the same language that you do.
Now, Vaughn, you're saying he's already talked to them and the deal's already. Are you trying to break news here that DeAndre Hopkins is headed up there with Stephon Diggs?
No, I don't have no breaking news for you right now, but there's definitely been conversations and we just got to figure it out. It's one of those things, especially when it's my boys, especially like a Odell Beckham or, DeAndre Hopkins. It's easy to get excited about those guys. And of course you want them on your team, but there's so many different elements to just, there's so many different elements to really make it happen. I feel like with Hopkins, we're in a good spot. We just got to wait and see what happens.
I love that it's you and Brandon Beane taking on the world in this offseason. Who would you like to see the Buffalo Bills bring into the building?
I think, for me, it's, sometimes relationships go a little bit further than anything else that's out there. That could be performance, that could be stats, that could be anything. I don't really have a relationship with a lot of these guys that are coming up. I know Nolan Smith, and I know the type of person that he is. Super smart guy, comes from a great background. He's a leader, very, very tough. He's athletic. To have opportunity to play with Nolan, man, that'd be super cool.
That would be amazing. What is Von Miller's role on this Buffalo Bills squad that needs to win a Super Bowl?
I think first and foremost, I got to be able to affect the quarterback, get sacks. Me personally, I need to come back from this injury and be the same Von, if not better. I got to really build on the success that I had last year. Had 8.5 sacks through 9 games, and it's got to be 2.0 this season. I think that's first and foremost. Being a great leader and being a great teammate, all those things are important. Being able to lead the young guys, of course, working on my next career and trying to be the best GM that I could possibly be. All those things are important, but none of them match up to being the best football player that I could possibly be on the football field and helping bring this first and Barty to Buffalo.
But now, Vaughn, your job got a little harder over the past 24 hours or so, right? Because this deal gets done, bringing that man, the MVP Aaron Rodgers, into the division. What do you make of that?
It's tough. It's Aaron Rodgers, and that Jets team was already crazy before. They're already competitive, without Aaron Rodgers. Their defense is one of the best defenses in the league. You got Quinn Williams and Sauce Gardner, and got great linebackers. Got C.J. Mosley. Man, they got a tough team. They got Garrett Wilson is one of the best receivers already. Offensive line was injured. They're getting some big time offensive linemen back. Breece Hall was killing the league. Like, they already had a tough team. They already had a tough team. I'm at peace though, because we have Josh Allen and we have Stephon Diggs, and we have a great team as well. We've had a great team for a long time. So I'm all about playing great players. I'm all about playing great teams. Not only the Jets, but the Dolphins are a great team as well. They're ready to go too. And the New England Patriots are, competitive, and they got better as well too. So that's just the nature of the sport. You want to play against the great players. You want to play in the big time games. You want to have moments like this, and that's what it's all about. And I'm excited for it.
If you had to, as a GM, rank those quarterbacks, would you put at this point Allen over Rodgers? Yeah, right?
I'm voting Josh Allen, Josh Allen, Josh Allen.
When do you think, tell me this, just as because you've seen both of these quarterbacks, you've played against Aaron, you've watched him, but you really saw Josh Allen up close and personal last year. Von, what was the moment that you think he sort of took the torch? Maybe not from Aaron, but he joined all those elite quarterbacks at the top.
I think he started that process before, like, I even got here. I think, the playoff games that he's had with Kansas City, I think, all the big time Monday night games that he's had, I think, the success that he had before I got here was a huge factor in that. But the very first game that we played versus the Los Angeles Rams, and, see the way he played and what he took over that game, stiff arming guys, ran guys over, talking trash to guys. That's when I fell in love with Josh. This is my quarterback. And then, like I said before, sometimes relationships go a little bit further than performance or stats or whatever measurement that you have to make the argument. And for me, man, I got a relationship with Josh Allen, and I'm gonna pick Josh Allen over anybody.
Josh Allen over Aaron Rodgers. The internet's gonna go crazy over that, Ron.
I'm sure it wouldn't be such a crazy argument. I think.
Really?
I think it's people that see it both ways, but I don't think it'd be too crazy.
How is Josh Allen better than Aaron Rodgers?
I wouldn't say better. I'll just say, I'm picking Josh Allen. But Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers, they both do amazing things. Aaron Rodgers has a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers has a Super Bowl. He's going to the Hall of Fame for sure. He's made a lot of people better. He's had teams. He's played on teams that were not as talented. And he made those teams great. He took those teams deep into the playoffs. So it'd be interesting, and it'd be fun to see what he does with this super loaded Jets team. It'd be crazy, but I'm just picking Josh Allen. That's my guy, Josh Allen. This is 6 year. This is 6 year, man. The sky's the limit for him. Football right now, he's never been more focused on football than he has been right now. And that's you got Patrick Mahomes winning 2 Super Bowls, and Aaron Rodgers has one, and Joe Burrow is on the trajectory to get one too. Josh Allen is a competitive dude, and he feels like he should be next, and I feel the same way, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to make that happen.
Well, he's lucky that you don't get to sack him, so that's one way. That's one win he has over Aaron Rodgers, because I think some of these, at least 3 of these sacks that you need to get to Bruce Smith, which you're saying you don't care about, but I care about because I'm an NFL fan. I think a couple of them are being landed on the almost 40-year-old quarterback. It's a Flip the Turf campaign, and fans can help support the cause.
They can support the cause by signing the petition at pennington.com/fliptheturf, and there's all type of information about all the great things that they're doing. They already have 35,000 signatures on that petition, so it's out there, and all the help and all the awareness that we could get would be amazing.
And we all saw what happened to you on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit, I believe. How are you feeling?
I'm great. I don't really have any complaints. I play for a great team. Whenever I go in there and I'm around my teammates and my coaches and the cafeteria workers and the janitors and the front office people and all the infrastructure that they have in Buffalo, man, it's amazing, man. It's sunny every single day. I do what I can. I'm maximizing my days to really come back as strong and as fast as possible and as healthy as possible. And that's why I'm here. I got the time to do it, so I'm advocating for player safety today with Pennington Flip the Turf campaign. It's still some artificial turfs out. It's still some artificial grass fields out there. I got hurt on Thanksgiving. It was injuries happen, but to be hurt and have the playing surface be a factor is crazy. So I'm here to do what I can to make the game better.
So let's say NFL, there's some NFL fans watching and they're like, the turf, did it really, if you were to make your pitch and you want to be a GM, so this kind of stuff's going to come up, you're making your pitch, you're in front of the NFL, Roger's sitting there, they're all, what is your pitch on changing this turf in all stadiums uniformly in the NFL?
But they already know where I'm coming from, and I get it. I can see it from both point of views. Like, I'm sure if we work with them, they'll work with us, and there has to be a common ground to get it done. And we're not the only sports league that has made this change or trying to make this change. Soccer, they play on grass fields wherever they go. When they come over here and they have to play on artificial turf, they lay grass over the artificial turf. So soccer's already doing it, and I don't see why the NFL can't be next. And we have the most powerful sports league in the history of mankind. So it's something that can get done. We just got to focus in on it and get it done.
It's really powerful what you're saying. I've had obviously many players are talking about it more and more, and it's sort of a group that's come together. It's the Flip the Turf campaign. Fans, don't just let Von Miller's star power and his face be leading the way. Like, the way to make change is for fans to also make their voices heard. So we're asking you to go fill out the campaign and get on it. And if you're a fan of Von Miller, Buffalo supports everything more than most supportive fan base in the NFL. Like, get on that, right, Von?
Yeah, of course. And we got a great league. We got the most powerful, the best league in the history of mankind. Like, the NFL is great. But there are still some things that can make it even better.
So there we go. I appreciate you, Von. Thank you so much, and keep just good luck with everything you're doing, as always.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.